If you're positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless our space. If you are negative, you better get up on our faces.
Period. I don't have my selenite and my bell, and I'm sick. Yo, what's good, everybody? Fresh from COVID, it's your boy, Azari.
Oh, it's Space the Witch.
And this is Witches and Weebs, where the otaku lifestyle, spirituality, fandom, and witchcraft all come together to create a harmonious community of witches and weebs and everything in between. We dive into all things mystical, magical, pop culture, witchy, weeby, anything under the sun considered fun. So if you are here, thank you for joining us on our journey to betterment, and we hope that you have as much fun as we do. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Today, we are talking about pendulums.
I need to get me a pendulum board, a sizzy.
Yes. You can also, I will say, you can also just draw one.
You can. Hold on, let me show you my boo-boo ass lopsided fucking. Let me show you my foo-foo ass fucking pendulum board real quick. Oh my god, it's bad. I got a pocket.
Listen.
Yo, I got a pocket in my journal, y'all. Where am I?
Don't mind me drinking out of my husband's cup.
Ooh, child, look at this shit.
Oh my god! Listen, you tried, you did it. That's all. You made an effort. You did it, and you drew it. That's what matters. Maybe you don't go so extra so far. Maybe you should just draw a cross and said yes or no. That's
I asked my husband, I'm like, can you buy a compass from Staples? He's like, what the fuck do you need a compass for? I show him that fuck ass circle. He's like, oh. Okay. Sure.
I understand. So today's topic is obviously pendulums. Woo! This is a way of maybe how I use it is to build trust with myself. I use it to be like, do I do this? And if it says yes, all right, I'm doing but here's the thing. When I do it, I ask, I literally say, I want to do this. Okay, let me go ask the pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm building trust that what I want to do with myself is the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing. And this unfortunately has come to also make me realize that in some aspects I have not been doing the right thing and I have not been doing enough, because I'll be like, I've totally been let me expose myself a little bit here. On Tumblr, couple of maybe year and a half ago, I would give myself better than that, because I went through a hiatus for 9 months, 6 months about. Probably about 3 years ago. That's probably a terrible roleplay partner. Truthfully, I didn't put as much effort into people as I probably should have been. And this little board told me about myself. Go fuck yourself, I guess. But now I've realized, now I'm correcting the problem, unfortunately. But this is a way to maybe build trust with yourself. It's also a way to be in tune with your higher self, because if you put it on a pendulum, maybe the spirits will commune with you. Yep. And you will know for a fact that there is no tiny invisible movements of your muscles maybe playing along with it, because witchcraft is maybe spicy psychology. Oops. They can also, this is the reason I wanted to talk about them, they can be very low key, because mine can be worn as a necklace.
Mine is just straight up a pendulum.
Fair, but for the broom closet witches, you can wear it as a necklace and nobody has to know it has any relation to your craft at all. So this is also for the broom closet witches who want to be fancy jewelry having and have fancy divination tools. So we're all trying to build why pendulums are really good for you. Again, building trust with yourself. And by throwing the choice to your higher self, you kind of separate yourself from the decision. You stop having that paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also use them to, I discovered this in here, that people use them to find lost items in their houses. I'll be using that too, for certain.
I've never thought about using that for that at all, to be honest.
Me neither. but brilliant, and I'm gonna do it for certain because I lose shit way too often and I get very frustrated about it. So made solve some of my anger issue. So pendulums go way back in history in humankind. There's evidence of them being used in ancient China, pharaohs of Egypt, Rome, and various others, Hindu cultures, and cultures speaking Hebrew, and some of the most famous proponents of dowsing and pendulums are from the Roman Catholic churches itself. So it has literally been used in everything. There is a pendulum. I saw it in the cathedral in a cathedral in Mexico City. I don't know how to pronounce this name, so I don't want to butcher it, but one day I will learn. And it's beautiful and it's huge. It's like the whole length of the church, like huge. It hangs from the top of the church ceiling, and it's like this tall about.
Cool.
That is really fucking cool, actually. So this has been used in every culture. So if you want to be a little open with your practice, your Catholic granny is just gonna kind of maybe look at you and be like, "What's that?" "Oh, it's a pendulum. I use it to speak with God." She'll understand. She'll probably understand because Catholics kind of cool. I've realized that the Catholics and the Christians, two separate people.
Oh, for sure.
And I was raised Catholic, and it all makes sense to me now. So, how do pendulums work? Supposedly, they are touching the subconscious within all of us, which in turn is connected to the divine. Pendulums draw their answer from going directly through the subconscious, whereas other oracles such as Tarot and blah, 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 provide more of a direct universe and subconscious conversation.
Yeah.
And like I said before, does that mean your hand is maybe moving with tiny imperceptible movements? Probably yes. Most pendulum practitioners that use it and the people that have used it for ages and are, I don't know, studied in it would say absolutely. It's how source is communicating with you.
You can sort of equate it to a Ouija board. When you're using the Ouija board, your hands are actually moving. Now, it's a matter of if your hand is moving subconsciously or if you're actively moving your hand. Now,
but it's just another subconscious movement.
Yeah, like you'll hand, even if you're not super experienced, and I'm speaking from experience because I have done a Ouija board before, they let me, and my hand was just slowly inching, and I'm like, oh, this feels weird because it was my first time with a Ouija board, but I was able to just decipher what messages were being told to me because I can read the letters and I can figure out the phrase that was coming through with the letters that my hands were guiding me to. It's kind of like the same in the same sense, pretty much.
As a way to compare it as well is to tarot.
Yes.
You have to draw the cards.
Right.
It's the same concept.
It's the exact same. Not exact, but close enough.
Close enough. It's just a bigger example, more vivid action. But again, some practitioners can put theirs on a little hook and still get answers. So anything is possible. It's not, I'm not saying it's always hand movements, but if you're using your hand, it's probably hand movements because that's easiest.
And let us not forget that our hands have energy. And so if your hands have energy, of course, it's going to redirect you and redirect into your focus what you're using for magic to give you the answers that you're looking for.
Magic takes the easiest way. And if that means imperceptible hand movements to influence the way the pendulum shows, that's probably the easiest way for it to do it. From here, common practices for pendulums are finding lost items, connecting with your higher self, making decisions or choices, building trust with yourself, as I am saying, that's what I'm using it for, and clearing out negative energies and filling your space with positive energies, which I will give a rundown to at the very end. So the common movements, if you do not have a pendulum board, straight back and forth towards you, like it starts like this way, straight back and forth from you, circle, that was what that counterclockwise or clockwise? I don't know, man.
I couldn't tell.
So this is clockwise and then counterclockwise, the two circles, and then also not moving at all. Those are the common movements that you would do if you were to say, okay, pendulum, give me a yes. Okay, it started swinging towards me, and that's my yes. No, I don't usually do it up this high. Pendulum, give me a no. It's swinging in a circle, in a counterclockwise circle. So that's my no. That's how you would do a pendulum read, like a quick pendulum no board. You figure out, you interview your pendulum real fast. It gives you its answers of what movements, and then you go from there. You start asking your questions.
And it can be different for some people. Me
Absolutely.
personally, I do my pendulum when I ask yes or no questions. If it goes clockwise, that's my yes, and if it goes left and right, that's my no.
Here's the thing. I was gonna say that it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody. You have to interview your pendulum, or you get a pendulum board, then it has its own you just follow the pendulum board.
It's exactly like tarot cards. It's exactly like boards. It's divination, and divination is different for everybody.
Yes, it will not be, like I said, I never did it like that. So I never had my yes and no until right now. We've all did it live. My yes and no is towards me, and swinging in a counterclockwise circle is no. So as you can see, it's different for every single person. You have to interview. And I will say it might be different for every single pendulum, because this pendulum is attached to my god specifically. This is how I speak with Zeus. So if you speak with a specific energy, like if you're doing like divination with different gods or energies, because you can also use this to communicate with them.
Yeah.
Then you also would need to interview every single pendulum, because they might have a different answer depending on what you're using it for.
But this is the heart chakra, and I've used this pendulum for years, and it's got even the little chakra beads. This is what I use for my higher self. So when I ask questions and I make decisions based off of my pendulum, this is coming from my crown. Just like Space has hers with Zeus, this is just me. This is higher self. Or this is my Raiden Shogun, and I am my puppet.
Now, I will say that this is not the only pendulum I have. I have a whole collection, and they're all attached to different things. I do have one that is also my higher self. This is just how I'm building trust with myself, as in letting Zeus be like, yes, that's the right thing for you to be doing right now. So you made the right decision already. He's validating me at this point. So how to ask a good question and get a good answer. Because you can't ask extremely broad questions.
Right.
Poorly worded questions will also give you incorrect answers in the pendulum. This is typically because you really didn't think the question through. Let's say you're going to move and you have Atlanta on the brain, and you ask, should I move? It says yes, but you go to Atlanta and everything goes to shit. You hate it. It's nothing like you had hoped. What went wrong? You should have asked, should I move to Atlanta? And it probably would have been a different answer.
Yeah.
You have to be very specific with these kind of questions. If you get a yes, ask a more specific question. If you get a yes, ask a more specific question to get your answers. Like, okay, you're not going to move to Atlanta. Let's say you move to Chicago, but you also want to move to Los Angeles. And you're like, okay, ask about both. Because what if the answer is yes for both? It's like, you can move to either city and they're going to provide you with a beneficial life. And then from there you would go, okay, what's the benefits of, will I find true love in Los Angeles? Will I get financial success in Los Angeles? Okay, what are the answers there? Then you go and ask the same questions about Chicago and weigh the pros and cons.
Right. These kind of things are less, what's the word? As opposed to tarot, these don't really give you a clear picture. Pendulums are more for like yes or no kind of things. They're very
These
vague,
are straight yes and no's.
But that's why it's on you to be incredibly intentional and incredibly specific, because a yes and a no can only get you so far unless you yourself specify what it is you're looking for when you're asking these questions to your pendulum.
These are not for broad questions. Not for broad questions at all. These are for very, like, you're gonna sit down and spend 5 minutes asking this pendulum different questions and filling out an interview. Like how I do it is I take at least, I ask it, my word of, okay, I wrote it down. Let me go here. My word of advice is to ask the questions 3 ways, 3 different times. Should I move to Los Angeles? Will moving to Los Angeles be good for me? Is Los Angeles a good place to move? Let's say you get 2 yeses in a row and you're like, okay, this is going to seem a little manipulative. Let's try and trick the pendulum into saying another yes by saying, would Los Angeles be bad for me? If it says no and it's the opposite answer, reaffirming it's a yes. So you want to ask it different ways to confirm how the yes, because it could be yes, yes, no. And then it's like, that's a strong, yeah, it could be, if you do the right things, it's going to be great for you. But if you don't, maybe not so great for you.
Right.
But if it's a no, no, yes, you could make it work, but it's going to be tough. If it's no, 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 abandon, abort.
Los Angeles isn't for you. Don't even think about it. Don't even look in its direction.
Don't even look in its direction. So you have to be very specific and ask multiple different times just to reaffirm the answer. These are like interviews. These are not, and they take a while.
Yeah.
You're going to want to get nitty gritty and ask a lot of questions. I just want to repeat, it's not for broad questions. And like, I use it for like, okay, is it time to take a nap? Like, I use it for super simple shit.
Another thing that you could definitely use pendulums for is if you're doing practices, you're doing some sort of witchcraft, and you are unsure if you have enough of materials in your stuff. You can ask your pendulum, hey, do I have enough coriander in this? Or do I have enough daffodil? Or do I have enough blah, blah, blah? And it'll either tell you yes or no.
Absolutely. And it could also be a way for you to commune with your higher self for the best ingredients for spells. I can't believe I forgot to bring that up.
Yeah.
Because you do that, and I meant to bring it up.
If you have an array of things, you can ask pendulum, should I use this in my spell? Yes, no. Should I use this in my spell? Yes, no. And when you're done, you can go over your spell, whatever you did laid out, ask your pendulum, is this spell complete? They'll tell you yes. It'll tell you no. And if it's no, just keep adding some more stuff there. See if you can add anything else. Ask your pendulum, is there anything else that you can add? Go over your stuff again. And then after a while, you've got yourself a nice, sexy spell sandwich that your pendulum has confirmed.
Yes, this is for confirmation kind of things of, is this the right thing to do? This isn't for, it really isn't, do I do this?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay, here's the thing. There's more to just doing a thing. There's a lot of steps. You have to figure out if the steps are the right thing for you. So it's long form. Ask a lot of questions to reaffirm yourself. It's going to be a quick episode, to be honest. Very quick episode. Now that you know how to ask questions, what to use it for, that you can use it for a lot of things, but it's mostly a confirmation thing. You want to use it to confirm. I'm going to show you the new thing that I learned and how to clear energies. I've never done this before, so please bear with me. I actually learned this through RileyValentine.com's article on pendulum when researching this episode. Feng Shui practitioners also use this practice, so comes recommended from various cultures. To clear out negative energy after your regular prep work, take your pendulum and start to twirl it yourself into a counterclockwise circle. While doing that, I now remove all negative energy from my life. All unhealthy and undesired connections with other people are cleared away. My negative thinking is erased. All harmful energetic attachments to others are removed. Me personally, I would probably repeat it 2 more times. You know what? I'm going to do it for all of us. Let's do this. Now, I now remove all negative energy from our lives. All unhealthy and undesired connections with other people are cleared away. Our negative thinking is erased. All harmful energetic attachments to others are removed. I now remove all negative energy from our lives. All unhealthy or undesired connections with other people are cleared away. Our negative thinking is erased, and all harmful energetic attachments to others are now removed. While you have started the pendulum's movement in the counterclockwise direction as you say these things, let the pendulum now take over. You'll no longer be moving it. You'll just let it spin until it's done. Let it spin until it's done. Damn, got a lot of negative energy out in our lives out there, Mia.
Well, I just had COVID, so.
Fair enough. Just to say, I totally felt something. Over here. Whoo! I felt bodily finger tingles. Ooh, we did magic. And I will tell you how to bring positive energy in here real fast. Pretty much the same thing, just different direction. God damn, Mia. Cutting that COVID is real hard, ain't it? All right, start. It's a straight line now.
Mwah.
So depending, of course, as you saw between the two of us, one pendulum swung for quite a bit longer than the other. Depending on how much energy there is to clear, your pendulum might swing pretty wildly, but eventually it'll come to a stop. You'll probably feel lighter, happier, more filled with energy after this exercise, but consider that you might have cleared out a lot of energy and now there's space to be filled. So that'll make it easy for negative energy to rush back in. Now I'm going to show you how to do positive energy. Start spinning your circle in a, as you might have us, please, thank you. Start your pendulum swinging in a clockwise circle. While it spins, start telling the pendulum what you want to manifest. I am healthy and strong in all ways. I am full of energy and motivation to complete all the things I desire to accomplish. I am deserving of love. I am deserving of affection. I am deserving of true companionship and connection. I am healthy. I am strong in all ways. I am full of energy and motivation to complete all the things that I desire to accomplish. I am deserving of love. I am deserving of true connection. I am deserving of friendship. And now just let it spin. Do not spin it at all. I am healthy and strong in all ways, and I am full of energy and motivation to complete all things I desire. I'm deserving of love and true companionship and connection. Oh no, my thing's getting bigger. I think so, yeah, because I can feel the energy in my arm right now. Woof, woof. I felt that. But once again, your pendulum will take over the movement, and once it comes to a stop, you will know that you're filled with positive energy now, and there's no space for negative energy to come back in. Ooh, bye-bye. All negativity is gone. See you later, losers.
You better bless this space. If you are negative,
you
better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face.
But there you go. That is our pendulum episode. The reason I wanted to do this episode is because it fits in your pocket. It can go anywhere. It's super convenient. It can be worn as a necklace. It can be hidden. It's very, very simple, easy, quick witchcraft that you can also very cheaply make yourself, because I actually bought some of this stuff and made them all myself. So but you can also buy one for $15, and that's all. You only need one. You don't need to have a collection like I do. No, you can have one. Remember to clarify, get deep down into the nitty gritty. Do not ask broad questions. Be specific. Always be specific. Please let us know how you guys use pendulums down below. If you're interested now of using pendulums, or if you have a pendulum board like me, or do you draw your own, like the fantastic artwork of Asori over here?
That's your duty. Don't you fucking chastise me.
And if you don't use a pendulum, why not? I'm very curious.
I do want to add, don't go against your pendulum. If you're asking your pendulum a question, you clearly are looking for the answer, and just because it's not the answer you wanted doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong. Okay?
Because it's right. I hate to break it to you, it's always right.
It's like, you wouldn't go against your tarot cards, would you? If you asked your tarot cards a question, provided you do tarot, and it's not the answer that you're looking for, that doesn't mean that you're gonna stray off the path that it laid out for you, right? So don't do the same with your pendulum. All divination tools matter, from tarot cards to pendulums to Ouija boards to even dice. Even dice. You can divinate with dice, as we have learned a little bit ago. Do not go against your higher self. Do not go against your divination. That's all I wanted to say.
For certain. From that, what is our next recording? We're just recording Fandom Friday, right?
So yeah, this Friday we're going to have our Freyrin episodes 1 through 3. Yay! And next Witchy Wednesday is going to be Fancraft, again, as named by Space. It's so good. Where we feature Susan Storm of the Marvel franchise and how you can invoke her in your practices, because we all need a good mother in our lives sometimes.
We all do need a good mother in our lives. And remember, she's the strongest member of the Fantastic Four. I'll break down her power set. It's crazy and what she's done. She's a heavy hitter of Marvel. She's one of the heaviest hitters of Marvel. And truth be told, most things are only as weak as creative as the writer is. Anybody can be super strong so long as the writer is really creative. So, you wanna take us out, Mia?
If you did like this wonderful episode by Space, please consider giving us a thumbs up, leaving a comment about how much you love Witches, subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you know when we are uploading new videos, because who doesn't want to be first in line for an episode of Witches and Weebs? We are our #1 fans. I have been going back with these videos that we've uploaded that I haven't thumbs up, and I've been giving them thumbs up, and I've been leaving them comments, okay? Don't play with me.
That's such a good idea. Actually, good point. I'm gonna go do that when I get off this for certain, because there's a couple videos I didn't comment on. Oops,
I missed a couple of videos, and I went back and I liked all of them stuff. So it is what it is. And we will see y'all next week for our Fandom Friday, or not Fandom Friday. We will see y'all Friday for our Fandom Friday, and next week, Wednesday, for our Fancraft with Susan Storm. Remember, everybody, please practice safely, practice wisely, use your pendulums with intent, and may all of your positive affirmations and manifestations come to fruition, because they will. Magic is real. It just has not been explained because it's not science. Blase, blase, blase.
Any properly advanced society's science will look indistinguishable from magic. So stay magical, stay mystical, and stay whimsical. We will see you next time. Mwah!
Bye, everybody.